Even House Targaryen.
Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens and tyrants.
Sir Duncan the Tall, Aerion would like your head.
Maybe the gods figure this is what I deserve.
Come on, little knight.
And so, I ask you again, how good a knight are you?
You may be wise to run.
Won't they kill me if I run?
Want to kill you anyway.
As honor deserted the noble houses of Westeros! Are there no true knights among you? Was that ill-handled?
Right, yeah.
So, Sir Duncan the Tall, how good a knight are you?
You'll see. It's this way. Came for the tourney?
Journey is a contest for knights. You a knight?
I'm no farmer.
Yet you've come dressed as one.
Sir, I could squire you, and you could teach me. Every knight needs a squire, and you look like you need one more than most.
Sir Erland raised me to be a true knight, not with sword or lance, but with honor. And I swore that I would.
What's this?
It's a hedge knight, ain't it?
What?
It's like a knight, but sadder.
We're not sad.
If I could call myself a champion, some great house might take me into its service. Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens and tyrants.
Sir Duncan the Tall, Aerion would like your head.
Maybe the gods figure this is what I deserve.
Come on, little knight.
And so, I ask you again, how good a knight are you?
You may be wise to run.
Won't they kill me if I run?
Want to kill you anyway.
As honor deserted the noble houses of Westeros! Are there no true knights among you? Was that ill-handled?
No.
Right, yeah.
So, Sir Duncan the Tall, how good a knight are you?
You'll see. It's this way. Came for the tourney?
Journey is a contest for knights. You a knight?
I'm no farmer.
Yet you've come dressed as one.
Sir, I could squire you, and you could teach me. Every knight needs a squire, and you look like you need one more than most.
Sir Erland raised me to be a true knight, not with sword or lance, but with honor. And I swore that I would.
What's this?
It's a hedge knight, ain't it?
What?
It's like a knight, but sadder.
We're not sad.
If I could call myself a champion, Some great house might take me into its service. Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens and tyrants.
Sir Duncan the Tall. Aerion would like your head.
Maybe the gods figure this is what I deserve.
Come out, little knight.
And so, I ask you again, how good a knight are you?
You may be wise to run.
Won't they kill me if I run?
Want to kill you anyway.
As honor deserted the noble houses of Westeros! And there are no true knights among you!
Was that ill handled?
Right, yeah.
What is up, Super Fam and Bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today, we are going to be checking out the season premiere for none other than A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I am actually so excited for this. I am so hyped for this. I feel like we just had this show announced to us not too long ago, and here we are about to watch it in all of its glory. And I am so excited to dive in. We good? This is I don't know too much about this, meaning I haven't read the book. I'm very much just a Game of Thrones person. I just recently watched Game of Thrones, like within the last 5 years I watched it, and then obviously watching House of the Dragon when that came out, and those are both very, very solid in their own rights, and you know, they also have their issues in their own rights, but I'm excited to see what this is, a much more grounded take of this Game of Thrones universe, if you will. I don't know what we're going to be seeing here today, but no matter what it is, I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. I'm so happy to have all you guys here with me. Make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because it helps out tremendously around these parts. The algorithm gods, they definitely need their sacrifice. So drop a like, jump in the comments, let me know how you're feeling about this today. We got the poll going. Right now. How familiar are you with Dunk and Egg? Yo, Dunk and Egg are our main characters in this show. If you do not know, we'll be talking a little bit about everything you need to know to get ready for this show. Just, you know, diving on in, man. I'm ready for this. I love Game of Thrones and the entire universe that George R.R. Martin has established. It is unfortunate that he hasn't been able to continue it past where he's at, but I know he wants to. But it just sucks that the fans are going to be wilding and tripping and want him to finish. And then you got people like Brandon Sanderson, who's writing 8 novels in his sleep, and then he's writing 13 while he's awake, and it just never ends. You know what I mean? So it's definitely interesting to see, and I'm excited to see where all of these universes can go in the live action sense. I know they've even talked about doing a movie for Game of Thrones, and I would love to go into the theaters for Game of Thrones, you guys. Like, I think that would be amazing. I am a theater enthusiast, and I think whatever can help theaters get more, you know, butts in seats, for lack of better words, it works, you know. And so I think that this show in the whole Game of Thrones universe is a solid franchise to get in there. But let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section down below. I'm going to jump into the comments with you guys and talk about this show and kind of get all of the vibes out. T-minus 20 minutes, in case you guys didn't know, until this show is out, yo. It's going to be dropping at 7 p.m. PST, which is a new release schedule for HBO Max. I'm not sure if they're doing this because the playoffs are going on right now and they know people is going to be watching football too or what, but I did think that it was very interesting that it wasn't the typical 6 p.m. PST release that you see with these types of projects. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that in the comments as well, because it could be a lot of different things. But let me know, of course, are you excited? Are you hyped about this? How are you feeling? Are you guys ready for this? Are you not ready? Like, Well, I'm interested. I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in knowing how we feeling, you guys. My boy Mike Beasy said, "Yer, what's up with the Mike Beasy? How you doing, bro? Welcome in." Big shout out to my guy Mike Beasy. If y'all don't know, me and Mike Beasy, as well with our boy DJ, we have a podcast on our separate spinoff Marvel Bros channel called The Cage. Make sure you go and check out The Cage, where we'll be dropping our first episode tomorrow morning, where we go over all things comics, anime, gaming, and entertainment. Me, Mike Beasy, and of course DJ. Make sure you tune in with us tomorrow on Monday, and then also you can end your week with us on Friday when we'll be going live at 6 p.m. PST to talk about all the things that's been going on within the week. So make sure you guys go over there, drop a subscribe, douchey, and all that good stuff. I'll drop the link and so on and so forth, so you can all be ready to come and play with us. Whoa, that sounded wild. My bad. But to come and vibe with us. Hey, how y'all doing? We up like these V's, baby. You already know. We up like these V's. My favorite franchise is back. Let's go. Yo, what's up with the roster? Welcome into the chat. I hope you're having a good day, roster. Whoa, whoa. Yo, what's up with the Remy? Thatcher, what's up with it, my boy? Thatch Dog, how you doing, G? Welcome in, welcome in. YouTube.com. I gotta get some, I gotta update some stuff on the channel, yo. I'll probably do that this week, honestly. Can I even, is that even possible? No. What about just The Cage? I don't remember what the hell it's called. Let me get this up here. We finally made it, bro. I know you ready, Mike Beasy. Beasy, have you read the books and stuff too, brother? Or have you just watched the show just like how I've been? You know what I mean? Because I know him, Beasy. You no telling, bro. It's no telling. No, it is At the Cage. I thought so. At the Cage. And then oh, okay. I see. I heard that it's more character driven and no large battles like the last two shows. Yeah, it seems more on kin to in this show, the big battle is like the last, like the big thing, and you know what I mean? Like the climax, I guess you could say. It's like all of this builds up to the big battle rather than the big battle being like, you know, kind of spread throughout it. But I'm down for it, yo. Boom, there you go. Drop the link in the chat just now. Make sure you guys go check it out. The new time pissed me off a little bit. Yeah, bro. I was talking with my wife about it, and I was like, what's going on with this new time? I haven't, she was like, I don't know if this is right. And I was like, I don't know if it's right either, because 7 p.m., they never drop it at this time. But, you know, when I went on actual HBO Max, it was like, nah, yeah, this is the time. All right, chat, we got 15 minutes. T-minus 15 minutes until this new episode is going to be dropped here. Let's see. There we go. Let's get that up. There we go. There it is. All right. Let's get that going. Boom. The Pats game was pretty good, so they def had to push it, or half of New England wouldn't see it. Nah, that's hella funny, Thatch. Vinny Masika and Amir said hi. It was hello, my children. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Read the books. Oh, okay. Read the books. I like to hear it. I like to see it. That's my next series that I want to tackle as well. I'm from watcher to reader. You know what I mean? Like, because book club is already something, but from watcher to reader, I want to do the Game of Thrones stuff, and I want to do the Lord of the Rings stuff, since I recently also watched those movies, and those are bangers. So I'm ready to get in that. I'm ready to get in now. Let's see. Let's break this off to the boom. There we go. And then yeah, like that. And we can close that out. Wow, we can do that for right now. Boom, there we go. A little bit more. All right, Chad Aluski. let's talk about everything we know so far about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This is about less than 15 minutes until this season premiere drops on HBO Max, and we are also excited to get into it. I know you guys are. I know I am. Make sure you vote with the poll that's in there. Let me know how familiar you are with Dunk and Egg. Are you brand new to this? Do you only know Game of Thrones? Do you know the basics? Or have you read the novellas that this is all based off of? You know what I'm saying? So let us know how you feel and let us know what's going on in there. All right. And as we continue to go through it, we're obviously going to continue to let you guys know a little bit of something. If you're new to this, because I'm also new to this, so I had to, get a little refresher myself and at least get a little bit of knowledge as to what it is this story is going to be about. So if there's any if it's a bumpy road along the way, just help me smooth things out with any of the knowledge that you may have. But please keep it spoiler free as to, this is a new show that a lot of people have not watched. So we are going to try to keep everything as as spoiler free as possible, but we do appreciate everybody that has read the books to be here and maybe add some context, but as spoiler free as possible, if you will. You know what I mean? As spoiler free as possible, because we're here to vibe and as well, aren't we not? All right. Well, before we get into it, let's talk about it. So if you're also coming into A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, much like me, wondering where this fits in the Game of Thrones timeline or who these characters are and why this show feels very different from Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, this is the way that we are going to let you know what is going on. We're not going to talk about any of the future plot reveals. We're not going to talk about any book spoilers, just everything you need to know to be caught up on this series and where it fits within what we already know from the other shows. All right. So A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is obviously based off of George R.R. Martin's novella, The Hedge Knight. This was first released in 1996. So unlike Game of Thrones and House of Dragons, this story is smaller, like we were kind of talking about already. It's much more condensed, if you will, in a streamlined kind of fashion, right? It's a smaller story. It's more personal, more grounded, and it follows one night, one squire, one tournament, one location, and just being able to expand on the mythos, for lack of better words, and the lore of this region that we're going to be landlocked into. So, of course, that means there's no White Walkers, not really going to be going in with the magic systems, and not really going to be looking about like dragons or anything like that. Like, that's not really the vibe that's going on. This is boots on the ground Westeros, focused on honor, reputation, and survival. If you guys remember, we've actually heard about Sir Duncan the Tall, which is who this story is about. They talked about him in Game of Thrones a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. And I know Joffrey also had mentioned him and a bunch of other things, right? So this series is set in 209 AC, and I'm from the 209, so that's the reason, you feel me. But this places it about 100 years before Game of Thrones and about 100 years after House of the Dragon. So we're really smack dab in the middle of the entirety of the story that we kind of have presented to us at this time. So that's really important to understand, that the Targaryens are still in rule. They're still doing the things that they're doing, but dragons are not as prevalent as they used to be because they've been extinct this entire time. Like, for a while leading up to this. If this is 100 years post Game of Thrones, then dragons have been extinct for like 50. You know what I mean? 50 years, 40 years, around that time. So this is the first time people are really starting to ask, why are we even following the Targaryens in the first place if they don't got the dragons for us to feel threatened from? Which is a really good question to ask, isn't it? Like, this is why things continue to grow and the tensions continue to rise until we get to what we see in Game of Thrones. And I'm down to see where all of these tensions even started, because there are going to be a ton of familiar faces. Well, not familiar faces, but definitely familiar names, houses, casts, if you will, and letting us really explore where all of those things go to and fro. You feel me? We already talked about where that fits in the timeline. Currently on the Iron Throne is Daeron Targaryen, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Darren the Second Targaryen. And he's known as Darren the Good. So he is married to Miriam Martell, who is I don't know if y'all remember, Pedro Pascal's character. You feel me? So his ancestor, and he has 4 sons in succession of who he is. I think we saw a lot of this stuff go on in different stories. So that's how we can fill in a lot of these gaps, right? We don't know about too many of the other characters. I think 2 of his sons are Baylor, who we do see in the trailer, and then also Maekar, who I do believe we also see in the trailer at some point. So we see both of these people fight in the Blackfire Rebellion, if I'm not mistaken. And I think we see the dude with the mask. If you see him in the trailer, he has like the mask, and it's like, you know what I mean? I think he's one of the dudes that's right there. This story takes place in Ashford, a market town in the Reach, and this tournament is being held to celebrate Lord Ashford's daughter's 13th name day. We're going to be going down in there. You know what I mean? It's going to be going down in there. And that's what we were talking about earlier. When it comes to the characters that are going to be in this show, everything is going to be building to this one big moment, rather than we're like all of these crazy. I don't know how many POVs we see in this. We might see more POVs, but they've already told us it's going to be much more sanctioned and much more tightened up into specifically going for this Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire that he's going to, eventually have by his side. So this is gonna be dope, yo. So that's Duncan, right? We have Sir Duncan the Tall, who like I was saying, he's a hedge knight. He has no land, no lord, no banner. He's kind of a nomad knight that just kind of goes from town to town and fighting and doing things that he can do and trying to help people, right? So he tries to be the truest knight that he can be. That's kind of his thing. Is stay true to the knighthood. And I feel like he's related to somebody, and I just can't remember who it is. Okay. I just can't remember who it is. But we're gonna see him basically being a hedge knight. And I believe they call them hedge knights because they go, as they travel and they are nomadic, they sleep near hedges and under hedges and by hedges, so they're hedge knights. And I really like the way that George R.R. Martin does the simplistic world building for things that are very not complicated, but when it's something as simple like, oh, he just sleeps in the hedges, so they call him a hedge knight. That's such a simple thing, but it adds so much contextually to like who those characters are and like what they do and why you might even run up on a knight just chilling on the side of the road because he's a hedge knight. I like little things like that. His squire is Egg. We've talked about Egg a little bit as well. He meets Dunk on the road. That's probably what this first episode will be about, is just them meeting. He's about 9 years old. I think the kid that played him was 9 years old as well when this was filmed. And so we're just gonna be seeing the whole, mentor and apprentice type of relationship go on between them, because he's no doubt going to try to teach him how to be more chivalrous. And I believe this show is more lighthearted than Game of Thrones, meaning while there probably is going to be still the typical Game of Thrones types of vibes, I don't know if it's going to be like as gut-wrenching as everything else has been, but it might be. Who knows? So no dragons have been around for about 50 years, which is insane. But with that being the case, that means this is going to be able to be more grounded, more human, occasionally lighter, like we were talking about just now. But it'll still be able to be brutal when it needs to be brutal, because that's obviously what we want from Game of Thrones. This is a 6-episode structure series with each episode being around 40 minutes long. And so that just means it's going to be very focused on storytelling. I think that we have seen definitely from this past like year and a half that all of these writers have definitely been able to adapt better to the 6 to 8 to even 12 sometimes episode format when they're able to really, you know, go in and just tell you all this stuff and do all these things. Like, I just think they really are able to capitalize on it with this 6 to 8 episode format. Not really have to have any filler, really be able to do these full-blown character studies with a lot of these characters. I really enjoy Dune Prophecy for that same reason. And, you know, while I would enjoy having more episodes, I still appreciate the way that they're able to do it with some of these streaming projects because it just makes it a different landscape. You know what I mean? It's obviously not the same. Like, it's hard to call some of these things TV series, right? There's some of them are stream series and some of them are just whatever you want to call them. But that's about all the stuff that we need to know about it before we get into this show. And I hope you guys are ready to get into it the way I am because good God, bro. I can't wait to dive on in, man. I can't wait to dive on in. This is gonna be fire. Alrighty. So we got about T-minus 2 minutes until this new episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms releases here on HBO Max. I'm ready to get into it, and I hope you are too. Please drop all your final thoughts, theories, and questions about this show so we can get into it, because it ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I hope y'all ready to get into it, baby. You feel me? Go. A Game of Thrones film might be a plan. Yeah, apparently that's what they're working on. Apparently that's what we're supposed to be getting, yo. And I'm excited for that. I can't even pretend to not be. Very new to this story too. Awesome, awesome. We're all in this together then. Yeah, House of the Dragon season 3 this year as well. It's going to be a good year. I think it's going to be a real good year for content across the board. All right, let's get ready for this. Let's get this over here. Oh, snap. Let's bring this down here. Bam, there we go. Okay. All right, ladies and gents, I will not be able to show the entirety of this episode from start to finish because the YouTube algorithm gods will be set tripping. But what I will be able to do is have it up here for you right here, flashed on and flashed off. I'm sorry, that's just how it'll be. It'll disappear. It'll be there, like it'll come back sometimes, and it'll just be there for a little while until it inevitably must disappear yet again because the YouTube gods will come through and stop all the fun for everyone, and that is not what we want done. Okay, so let's get into it. The season premiere. Wait. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Come on, baby, what we doing here? Okay. The first episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is up right now, chat. I'm ready to get into it. Here we go. The season premiere of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is now available on HBO Max, and we are about to dive on into it. I'm ready to dive on into it. I hope you guys are too. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're not, and drop a 3 in the chat if you're just happy to be here, okay? Because I'm ready to get into it, because it ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Bro, this is going to be crazy, all right? On 3, we are going to press play and enjoy this episode together. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Skip that. skip that. Let's get it. Make sure you drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. It helps out tremendously around these parts. Ah, his OG. Ah, oh shit. Bro, come on, man. Why? He's getting this mess slapped out of him, yo. Damn, the OG's gone. Ah. That's sad, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's sad. Bruh, ain't no way. It's the yo. Hey, yo! What the hell? This has been a roller coaster. Already, this has been a roller coaster of emotions. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be laughing or crying or Oh, just a simple Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I like that. That was dope. This is insane. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The cuts to him getting slapped by, bruh. The cuts to him getting slapped, and then yeah, this has just been a lot. I've not been ready for. Bro's like, you know what? On the second thought, never mind. Yo, she finished what was in the cup and filled it back up and then gave it to him. Huh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yo. She's not the. Oh snap. Hmm. wonder if he's gonna be following him or something. I'm okay. So far, chat, how are we feeling? One's in the chat if you're liking the vibe. Two's in the chat if you're not sure how to feel. Three's in the chat if you're just happy to be here. How are we feeling so far? I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to lie. I think we're doing really good with everything, really setting the tone and the bar. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like they're speed running necessarily, but I do feel like they are kind of, they're getting shit done in this. Damn. Bruh. This is frying me, bro. This is after House of the Dragon, before Game of Thrones. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Bruh. That was wild. I was about to say the ash for share is crazy. Okay. Hearing that straight in my ears is just the most. Had him going, bro. I was going. I was like, bro, they about to kill this man. Oh. Okay, so Sir Duncan is my guy right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm rocking with Dunk. I think Duncan is that guy. I can't wait to see him get down, bro. Bro said I have no need for coin, bro. What's up with everybody tuning in? If you're new in here and you're wondering what we're watching, this is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. This is a prequel to Game of Thrones, a sequel to House of the Dragon. This is 100. This is basically 100 years after House of the Dragon and 100 years before Game of Thrones. So, bro is tall as hell. Oh. 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 Knock the seeds out of him. Okay, so I didn't know that Hedge Knights were like pissed on. Straight to the hedges he goes. I love that, bro. That's dope. Disarm the man and slapped him. My goodness. He straight slapped the. Hey, that's how you know when it's a vicious slap. Like this one, that's different from getting like palm. The snap into it, that's crazy, you know? Ugh. Yo. But Buddy was slapping his. Oh. Oh. Not them just. I'm enjoying this so far. This is really good. Oh. Buddy is tall as hell. Buddy is towering over everyone. I like that he's a goober, yo. I like that he's a goofy goober. Half man, like half giant. That's crazy. $6'10" goober. The Baratheons. Baratheons have entered the chat. Where are... I've had a profound thought, if anyone would care to listen, is what he said. What the hell is this dude talking about? Ah, look at him. Bruh's just going around munching everything. That's accurately me at a party. Mm. Huh. It is ridiculous. Sir Dunk is ridiculous. Bro, I like his awkward ass, bro. I don't know what's going on. Bro, it's crazy as hell. Hey, they turning up, bro. All right. Why is he wearing his crown? How did he get in this? Yo. This feels like Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like Kingdom Come Deliverance. If anybody has played that game, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Damn. Damn. Bro is trying to get serious and have a heart to heart, and he said, I don't know, man. I'm drunk. Damn. 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 Dunk can't catch a break. What hours does it release? Buddy, it's out. Yeah. Hey, Lil bro. Lil bro's killing me, bro. Lil bro's killing me. Why is he? This show is fantastic. Yeah, buddy. The luck is ours alone. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Is that it? Wow. 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 That was what a beautiful episode, chat. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that, man. I really enjoyed that. I did not know what we were in for, but that was a really nice, like, that was a pleasant surprise, brother. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys like that, man. Let me know how you guys felt about the season premiere of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms in the comment section down below. I really did. I think they did exactly what they came to do. The tone is set, the bar is set, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the rest of this season. I can't wait to see what we're going to be doing here. I really enjoyed being able to see Duncan in these different situations. He is hilarious. I did not know we were going to be in for this, the gullible, tall. I didn't know that was the vibe that we were going for at all, you know? But I'm so happy that that's what this is. This is a completely different vibe from Game of Thrones. And I do think this is kind of a breath of fresh air, for lack of better words, because it really is something that we have not seen too much of. I can't remember the last time we've ended an episode of Game of Thrones on a happy note, bro, like of any kind. So this was just so nice and refreshing to see in this manner, be able to, go through this and see how different all of these things are, and how, how this world is even shaped differently. When we first meet Duncan, and he is just automatically showing all of the sorrow, and he misses it, and he's already, burying his master and all of this. It's just, and then we just are able to continue to go through the show bit by bit, and it just continues to build into something much grander. And I like that they didn't just give us flat out right away, Sir Duncan the Tall has his squire and all of that, and they kind of built to that happening, and that was really cool. That was really cool, man. And it was, they let us know within the first 10 minutes that this is going to be there's going to be a lot of heart in this. It's going to be very heartfelt, very heartwarming. Very like just all those different words and vibes that are there, man. Just seeing Duncan have to bury the person that's basically raised him to be the man that he is today, and now all he can do is try and follow in those footsteps and show and try to honor that in whatever way he can. I just really like that. I just really like this, man. I did not expect it at all. I did not expect this to be nearly as good as it was. You know, even the hints of when bro was like, you know, I dreamed of you. You stay away from me. I don't know who you are. You hear me? Like, I like that. I like the little vague. I like the things being vague, bro. What a good episode. I want to know how you guys felt about it, for real. What do you rate this one? I think this was excellent. I do. I think that we came, we saw, we conquered. And Duncan is awesome. He's awesome. And I really can't wait to see Egg more. Just already off of seeing Egg, I like his character, but it feels like we're going to be doing even more with him, and the character is going to continue to grow and probably make us laugh hysterically because he is a menace. He's a menace and he doesn't listen, and I love that type of stuff. I thought the episode was gonna. At first, I thought the pacing was going to be not bad. I thought the show was going to suffer from pacing because of how short the episode was. But when you realize, like, it wasn't a pacing issue. It was me not understanding what the tone of this show was just yet. Still trying to understand it. Just trying to, you know, put it all together. But once you kind of let the episode play, let everything play out, and really consume exactly what has been made, it's great. What a great episode, man. I love it. I love all the characters that we've met as well so far. Like, this did wonders for me. I wasn't prepared. And then how everybody sees Sir Duncan, and it's like they see him as this tall person, but then they look at him and they just see that, you know, he's he's not even a blubbering idiot. He's just a big, you know, what do they call him? A big lug, right? Isn't that what they call him? You big lug. Yeah. Like, I think he is the definition of big lug. he's, I mean, I guess he is a bit of a bumbling idiot. He did hit his head a couple of times because he's so tall. But you just see all the people going not against their better judgment, but I mean, they're going against whatever their judgment is, and they're like, hey, let me help this guy out. And they do, right? They give him options, and he ends up getting into all these places, and just from being tall and being himself. And that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. I like it a lot. Even the dude that didn't like him, he saw him and immediately wanted to catch the fade with him. It's like he draws attention to himself no matter what. I think the thing is you need to demand attention, not command attention, or command attention, not. No, I think you need to command attention, not demand attention. It's something like that. And that's exactly what Duncan does. And it was hilarious when bro was like, yo, my cousin needs his ass beat. Can you be the one to do it? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I love this, man. I love this. But there was so much lore, so much world building, letting us know what's really going on with these Hedge Knights, letting us know how this is all actually building up to this joust tournament and so on. It's like, brother, this worked for me a lot, man. This really works for me so much. I didn't know what to expect going into this. But the hype is absolutely real. It is so real. I can't even begin to explain to you how real the hype is, man. I was not ready for the cheeks everywhere either. I think this was not a watered down episode, but in terms of Game of Thrones, right? Like, I don't think we saw anyone die. We didn't see anyone, like, bleed out. The only person that was naked was Duncan. I guess we did see the lady. The lady she was kind of naked on the table as well. But, I think it just goes to show how different they're going to be, how different this whole show is going to be, the different vibe that they're going to be going for, like the entire tonal shift that we're going to be experiencing, going from this from things being super serious and absolutely action-packed to now having it be a little bit more humorous. There was a couple of jokes. There was a couple of lighthearted moments, you know, things that are actually played for humor, not just for the sake of, you know, some things. I mean, everything that did happen here was purposeful. It actually did have something to do with the lore or the world building that's going on. But even the funny things were able to play off well while still serving a purpose to the overall narrative, you know? Even him going in and talking to the Baratheon dude and being like, and I'm like, yo, what the hell are you here for? Are you here for my help or are you here to attack me? And he's like, neither. I'm here for food. And he's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Well, let's eat more and drink. Like I love that type of vibe. And I also made that comparison while watching it, that it gives me the vibes of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played that game before, but Kingdom Come Deliverance is essentially this. You know what I mean? You're essentially Sir Duncan the Tall, and you're going about your things and doing your stuff and whatnot and whatnot. And yeah, bro. Yeah, so I really like being able to see that and being able to be in the world on a ground level and not have to necessarily worry about, oh, you know, the Targaryens are obviously in this and everything else, but, you know, it's not about the wider and the higher echelon of things. These are just the regular, everyday soldiers that do fight in wars, lose their lives. Like the Lord dude said to Sir Duncan, my dad took like 800 people with him into those mountains. And we've forgotten the names of people who did far more than you. I was like, damn. Just really letting you know what type of hierarchy is established here. Really letting you know what type of things are going on. Like, this is not your typical, your typical thing. You know, everybody is out for blood, but also they're all nice and they're laughing and they're being merry and so on. And I really like this dude. The Baratheon dude is hilarious. I was not prepared for him to essentially be Taika Waititi. Bro reminded me of Jeff Goldblum. Bro's the collector. Like, I don't know, bro. I liked his character though. Yeah, Lionel. There you go, Lionel Baratheon. It was just funny to see him go from being so serious to, all right, let's drink, dance, and be merry. And then Duncan actually starts stepping on his foot and stuff. Yeah, I just like that, man. The vibes are immaculate, And then when Duncan's trying to have such a serious conversation with this man, he's like, yo, I'm really not sure what I should do. Things are just going on, man. What should I do? And he's like, bro, I have no idea. I'm drunk. And then he just leaves. Like, I love it, bro. I love it. That is just so... I feel like that's so against the grain of what usually happens in these moments, Like, they tell him a quest, he almost was, like, asking for a quest and then didn't get one. I just love... I love it, bro. That's like funny. It's just funny, bro. This was such a good episode. Hey, welcome to the Super Fam. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing, Duskin. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it. Is this out in all countries? I'm not sure about that, Dennis. I believe it should be out in all countries. I think I don't know, though. I don't know exactly. I know sometimes the release schedule is different for certain countries. Kids will embarrass you. Yeah, that kid was like, boy, if you don't... Bro was like, if you don't watch your mouth, I'm gonna knock you out. That had me rolling. I just love their dynamic. Like, do you need a good clog in the ear? Like, he has heart, but also he has self-doubt. I like that duality. Ooh, that's a good point, man. You really don't see that too often. The heart mixed with self-doubt. Usually the heart is the thing that goes against all the self-doubt, and then people are constantly counting out the character or whatever it may be. But in this case, the character is like, bro, I have heart. I just don't know what to do with it. Ooh, what an interesting dynamic to be able to explore. That's so interesting, Beasley. I agree with you so much. But there's also a maybe I could be great behind all of that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's so interesting. Huh. Toned down episode to compared to what we usually get. Exactly. Definitely toned down compared to the action, blood, guts, and sex that's usually going on in Game of Thrones. Because there was not really too much of that. There was just hints of blood, guts, and action and sex. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, no, you know, here's a little smooching. Here's a little side boob from the table. You know what I'm saying? It's comedy Game of Thrones, and I love that. Yeah, Rusty. Yes, it is something I never knew that I needed. It feels a lot more like D&D-ish. You know what I mean? It's a live-action Vox Machina, but just with one character. I would like the cuts to the funny things that are happening with his master. I'm just not ready for it. Like the cut to his master slapping him, the cut to his master on the horse talking and just spitting the food out and not even answering his question. Like those are hilarious, yo. And then when he pulls up back on his campfire and then bro's just chilling, he's like, "Hey, how did you get here?" And he's like, "What do you mean? I'm your squire." Like, bro. Bro, I love it. Cause the little kid got heart too. You know what I'm saying? He got heart too, bro. I like that he stood on his 10 toes. Let's go, Egg. And it's dope to see him in the episode as Sir Duncan the Tall, a name that he didn't even know that he needed. And then how the kid's like, a falling star is basically luck. And he's like, yo, all the other knights are in their tents right now. And then he just says, so that means all the luck is ours then. Beautiful episode, brother. Beautiful episode. I love it from start to finish. I cannot get enough of it. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this in the comment section down below. What were the high points? What were some of the low points? And what were some of the points that were in between? I would love to hear all of your thoughts, theories, and questions about the season premiere of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. That was dope. That was dope. That was dopely lowski. Let's see what's going on for Marvel Bros. We got, I think Fallout and Percy Jackson are still going. I have not really been watching that. We got Return to Silent Hill. Wonder Man starts next week, you guys. So we're going to be having Wonder Man. It's going to be A Night of the Seven Kingdoms on Sundays. And then Wonder Man is going to be on just next, not this coming up Tuesday, but next Tuesday, because they'll be releasing all of the episodes at once. So we'll be doing a full marathon watch party for Wonder Man here on the channel, much like we did a watch party for this. So make sure you guys tune in for that one. I'm planning on doing some review episodes for Fallout and Percy Jackson, just because I have not been watching those and keeping up with the Kardashians on that one. But I do plan to keep up with them. So yeah. We got some good watch parties, some good shows coming up. And of course, we're going to be doing our podcast, The Cage Pod. Make sure you guys go over there, follow the site, follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Be ready for the first episode that's going to be dropping mañana, tomorrow morning, at some point, at some time. Make sure you go over there, stop by, say hi, because we're going to be there, so stop on by. But again, I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you, for tuning in with me today for our watch party and review of the season premiere of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, we'll be going live yet again on Sunday for the next episode, and so on for the next 6 weeks until this is finished. So I hope to see you guys again. I hope to see you guys there. With all that being said, I appreciate you for coming in and tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next one. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
And on today's pop culture news update,
On today's pop culture news update,